अजीजनत ईलायम अपि भार्यायाम वायो पुत्र्याम महाबल पुत्रम उत्कल नाम नामम योषिद रत्नम अजीजनत. So Elayam unto his wife named Ela, Api also Bharyam unto his wife Vayu of the demigod Vayu, the controller of air, Putriam unto the daughter Mahabala, the greatly powerful Dhruv Maharaj, Putram son, Utkala, Nam of the name, Yoshit female, Ratnam, Jewel, Ajijanat he begot. Translation: the great powerful Dhruv Maharaj had another wife named Ela, who was the daughter of the demigod Vayu. By her he begot a son named Utkala and a very beautiful daughter. So we are supposed to read other few verses. We'll just go through the verse translation. Text number 3. Dhruv Maharaj's younger brother Uttama, who was still unmarried, once went on a hunting excursion and was killed by a powerful yaksha in the Himalaya mountains. Along with him, his mother Suruchi also followed the path of her son. She died. Text 4. When Dhruv Maharaj heard of the killing of his brother Uttama by the yakshas in the Himalaya mountains, being overwhelmed with lamentation and anger, he got on his chariot and went out for victory over the city of the yakshas, that is Alakapuri. Text 5. Dhruv Maharaj went to the northern direction of the Himalayan range. In a valley, he saw a city full of ghostly persons who were followers of Lord Shiva. Text 6. Maitra continued, my dear Vidura, as soon as Dhruv Maharaj reached Alakapuri, he immediately blew his conch shell, and the sound reverberated throughout the entire sky in every direction. The wives of the Yakshas became very frightened. From their eyes, it was apparent that they were full of anxiety. Text 7. O hero Vidura, the greatly powerful heroes of the Yakshas, unable to tolerate the resounding vibration of the conch shell of Dhruv Maharaj, came forth from their city with weapons and attacked Dhruv Maharaj. Text 8. Dhruv Maharaj, who was a great charioteer and certainly a great bowman also, immediately began to kill them by simultaneously discharging arrows 3 at a time. Text 9. When the heroes of the Yakshas saw that all their heads were being thus threatened by Dhruv Maharaj, they could very easily understand their awkward position, and they concluded that they would certainly be defeated. But as heroes, they lauded the action of Dhruv Maharaj. Text 10. Just like serpents who cannot tolerate being trampled upon by anyone's feet, the Yakshas, powerful, and twice as many arrows, 6 from each of their soldiers, and thus very valiantly exhibited their prowess. So Hare Krishna. So since the class is much, just give me just 1 minute. Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे. नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतुसे नमः. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapte Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Dilachala Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balbhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaye te namah Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Binda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna. Today is a very auspicious day of the appearance of Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur as well as the disappearance of Srila Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj. So this is our parampara. One Acharya is appearing. When one Acharya is disappearing, another Acharya appears. So Prabhupada says that this appearance and disappearance of Acharyas is just like the setting and rising of the sun. Sun never sets. And that's why once on the Vyas Puja of Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when Prabhupada was still in the part of a Gaudiya Mutt, still Srila Prabhupada had not gone outside to the Western countries. So he was given a chance to speak on the glories of Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And then he spoke a very profound statement. He told Guru Tattva is one. Guru Tattva is one. And that same Guru Tattva comes through different mediums time and again to propagate the same message. Message is same, Tattva is same, but the medium is different. And that's why Srila Prabhupada will sometimes give the example that Vapu is just like the tape recorder, which is meant to broadcast the message of the Lord. So more than Vapu, what is important is the message. Now, though Vapus may keep changing, but the message remains the same. And that's why one Acharya appears, then another Acharya disappears, then again one Acharya appears, and thus the parampara continues. So to understand the importance of, so the class is simultaneously going online also. So just to understand the importance of the spiritual master, so in the words of Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, we will try to understand, what does it mean to worship the spiritual master. So this is the quote unquote the statement of Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. It is my Guru Dev who is graciously present in all these different forms. If he is not graciously present in all these different forms, who would then preserve me? Those whom my Gurudev has made his own are my saviors. The order of the Gurus who have in their nature the protecting power of the divinity are always present in different forms and figures to bestow their mercy on me. All of them are specific manifestation of my Sri Guru, who confers spiritual knowledge. So unquote. So this is the extreme position, esteemed position of the spiritual master. That the spiritual master is our only savior. The spiritual master is the only one whose mercy flowed through different mediums, whatever we are experiencing. And that's why in the Mangal Aarti, whether we are chanting the holy names, whether we are worshipping the deities, whether we are honoring the prasad, whether we are living in the association of devotees, whether we are living in the brahmachari ashram, whether we are living in the grihastha ashram, whether we are reading books, everything is but multifarious manifestation of the spiritual master. So this is what, that he is all in all, for us. He is our only savior. This is what Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is trying to say. So today, on this auspicious day, So we had been hearing the past tense of Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur quite a number of times. But today I'm going to focus mainly on his teachings. So he has given an oceanic amount of teachings. Srila Sridhar, one of his disciples, Srila Sridhar Rakshak Swami Maharaj, I think. What is his name? Yes. So he has written one very nice stava for his spiritual master. There's some stanzas glorifying Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And then in that paragraph, he compares, oh, you are the empowered representative of Srila Jiva Goswami and Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Means he compares that your intellect, yes, your intellectual power, your philosophical strength, yes, is just the same force of what Jiva Goswami, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami manifesting here. You are that empowered figure of such a great acharyas. So his philosophy, I don't know, means we cannot, even if speak for the whole day, we cannot cover what he actually, how much he actually propagated the glories of the Lord and philosophies, etc. So I just chose the three categories in which we will discuss his philosophy: Name Ruchi, Jiva Daya, and Vaishno Seva. So his teachings on these three lines we will discuss. So starting from the Nama Ruchi. So Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, just like any other Acharya of Gaudiya Vaishnavas, so I will just read his direct statement on the holy names, what he said. He said, Krishna's holy name and deity forms are non-different from him. The holy name is Satchit Ananda, directly the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda. So this is very powerful. He says that the holy name is the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, directly. He doesn't say that it is just like, it is similar, it gives the feeling of Krishna, nothing like that. He says, hello, holy name is what? What is the tattva? If you want to do the analysis of the tattva of the holy name, what is the holy name? It is son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maiya. That is holy name. So somebody asks, tell about holy name. I think one of the description can be, holy name is the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maiya. And if somebody becomes little curious, from where you are quoting these things, tell the reference. And we have very powerful reference. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And of course, this is picked up from Bhakti Srila Siddhanta Vaibhav by Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. Fortunately, Maharaj is also here. So, the next, the holy name can speak. Another statement. The holy name is the super soul. God, the holy name is the super soul and omniscient. This is very powerful. The holy name is the super soul and omniscient. How to know it is super soul and omniscient? Super soul is there in everybody's heart. He is giving. Matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Similarly, in the morning when everybody is chanting, the holy name is there with everybody. The same holy name who is drowning the heart of one sadhaka is also in the heart of another sadhaka. Destroying. He is omniscient. If millions of people chant the holy name together, the holy name has a personal relationship with each of the million of the people who are chanting. So just like this super soul, similarly there is holy name. The holy name is super soul and omniscient. Krishna in his holy name appears in a pure heart before spiritual eyes on the service inclined tongue. And actually, Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur language is very unique. The languages he uses. So what he says, holy name appears on the service inclined tongue. The tongue which is inclined to the service. The tongue which is inclined to enjoy, the tongue which is inclined to speak prajalpa, on such tongue, the holy name will not be able to rest. It will slip away. Yes. So the resting place of the holy name is what? The service inclined tongue. In the service inclined, and then finally, then he says, before spiritual eyes, on the service inclined tongue, in the service inclined ears. This is very powerful. Service inclined ears. Ears are also service inclined. and in the senses engaged in satisfying the Lord. So these are the statements of the Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur on the holy name. So once he very emphatically quoted that the whole chanting of the holy name is the emperor of all the sadhana. Is the emperor of all the sadhanas. The different sadhana process, but holy name is the emperor. Then and then he said, all other sadhana is meant to assist the holy name. All the different forms of sadhana are at the lotus feet of the holy name, trying to assist it. If any sadhana doesn't lead to the taste in the holy name, then that sadhana doesn't hold much power. That sadhana loses its validity. So any sadhana is said to be sadhana if it doesn't help in, if it helps in chanting of the holy name. This is another very profound statement he made. And he taught through his own life. Before preaching, before starting this huge movement, yes, Srila Prabhupada will very humbly say that this movement is actually started by his Guru Maharaj. Actually, his Guru Maharaj is the founder Acharya. This is what Srila Prabhupada will say. So before starting this enormous movement, what did he do? First, he went to Navdvip. In the Navdvip, he took a vow of chanting Shat Koti Naam. Now, 1 koti is 1 crore. Shat Koti is 100 crore. He took the vow of chanting 100 crore names. Can you imagine? And thus he was chanting every day around 3 lakh names. He was chanting. In a month, around 1 crore. In a year, around 10 to 12 crore, something like that. And thus I think in 8 years or something, he completed 100 crore names. And then in between, and it is said that when he was chanting in the Navdvip, he was appearing like a madman. He had a beard. If it is raining, he will put a umbrella. And for eating, what he will do? He will cook just what can fit in one morsel of the mouth. And he will just put his hands back, and there will be whatever is cooked, rice or khichdi or whatever, he will just do it like this. Whatever comes in one gulp, that will be his prasadam for the day. This is how he was chanting. And he was just sometime in ecstasy. He was rolling on the ground. He was crying tears. His body was shivering. His hairs were standing on end. This is how Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur propagated the glories of the holy name. And once his one disciple was there. He had a great taste in chanting the holy name. So he used to say that if in the community of Vaishnavas, all Vaishnavas are respected. All Vaishnava are, we should worship them, we should respect them as per their adhikar. Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyam Adhikari, Uttam Adhikari. But then he made a very profound statement. But those Vaishnavas, specifically, those who have taste in the holy name, they should be respected with much greater dignity. So those who have the taste of the holy name in the community of Vaishnava, they are worshipable. And that's why he had one disciple who had a great taste in the holy name. Every day he will chant at least 64 rounds and maybe more. So Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, what he did, he gave him a separate space. There used to be a Tulsi Maharani, a very sacred space. And he will every day chant the holy name. And he will supply all the, whatever he needs. Time to time, prasadam will come, everything will come. So once one devotee was there who used to do management. He became little problematic. My God, Guru Maharaj, that devotee is just chanting 64 rounds, just sitting whole day, doing nothing. And he is getting all the 3-time prasadam supplied. And we are just working hard here and there. So they were trying to do that comparison. And then Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur told him, okay, you also want such a respect like him. You also want such a facility like him. You also start chanting 64 rounds. I will also give you prasadam. Everything I will give. I will make a separate room for you. You just sit and chant 64 rounds and everything will be supplied. Then that devotee understood. It's not the So easy to do it. So that's his emphasis. And then one very profound statement he spoke. Bhakti means to call out the holy names of the Lord. This is one definition of bhakti Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave. Bhakti means to call out the holy name. And thus he told that the bhakti process, the devotional process, without sincere crying of the holy name is actually baseless. So any form of devotional service should be epitomized by the chanting of the holy name. So this was a great emphasis of Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur as far as the holy name Namaruchi is concerned. Now moving to the next topic. Next is Jivadaya. So on the Jivadaya, I would like to quote one of the statement of Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Life is just for the glorification of on the topics of the Hari. If that is stopped, then what is the need to go on with the life? This is a profound statement on the Jivadaya he spoke. So he says that a life is meant for glorification of Krishna. If you are not glorifying Krishna within this life, then what is the use of the life? What is the use of going on with the? And that's why a very profound his one statement is very famous. Pran ache yaar, ya karo prachar. If you have prana, what is the proof that you have prana? You have life in the body. The proof is that you are eager for preaching. If you are not preaching, you are just like a dead person. And that's why what he will do, his great emphasis, he will inspire all his disciples to just go out in different forms. Whatever disciples can do. Somebody can give nice class, somebody can distribute books. And that's why he will store books in the brahmachari ashram. And there will be no space of sleeping. And then he will say, if you want to make a space for sleeping, go and distribute these books, and then you will get the space for sleeping. Once on Ekadasi, devotees, some devotees were keeping nirjal, the devotees are trying to sajal, safal, so the different standards they were following. So all the brahmacharis, all the sannyasis, they were very weak. They were somehow trying to chant their holy name. Some were sitting in the corner, somehow trying to observe Ekadasi. And Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur saw this. He told, this is not Ekadasi. He himself cooked for all the brahmacharis. He told, eat sumptuous prasadam, get strength, go and glorify Krishna. Ekadasi is not meant to somehow hold his stomach and I will not, I am nirjal, like that. So, and what was his vigor of preaching? Got such a multifarious way of preaching. He bought one very costly car, which was hardly available with anybody in India. He will travel with the car and all the villagers will come. Oh my God, what is this new entity entering in our village? We don't know. And then he will sit on the car and speak the class. And then that was a time of Britishers wear coat suit. It was considered a elegant standard. He will wear the coat on the sannyasi dress. And then he will go and meet with all the elite people and preach to them. Those times the trains, it will pass. So trains are very slow. So on each stations, the train will stop for minimum half an hour, like that. So when he will travel by the train, on every station, one class was arranged by his disciples. He will get out of the station, speak Bhagavatam class, enter into the train, again go to the next station, again speak the class. Like that he was propagating. He will construct many very, very skillful way of preaching, like diorama, paintings, etc. And thus he was so emphatic in preaching. And that's why once we remember that we were there in Kharagpur, boys. So one devotee preaching started. So there was a great enthusiasm. Just after the morning program will end, I will just go to the hostel and call out the boys, register them, do this, do that. And then one devotee told us that the best thing you can do for the boys who are sitting in the hostel is to now chant your holy name very nicely. If you chant very nicely now, then after the morning program end, you will have the strength to go out and preach. And thus, he was not only focusing on preaching, but he told the mood of preaching. He told preaching is the essence, but purity is the force. And that's why he appreciated those disciples who were preaching with great purity and boldness. So once one letter came to Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur that Maharaj, one disciple went to some place and he spoke very vehemently. And some pseudo Brahmins, they were sitting, pseudo Gurus were sitting in the class. And he completely criticized them, completely blasted them off. And then they became angry and they started breaking the pandal. And they started attacking the speaker only. And it became mess. And the disciple who was reading this letter, those time letter used to come, he was very sad. Guru Maharaj, sad news. The Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur told, why you are sad? Such a great news for me. My God, my disciple did like this. He spoke so purely. He has done $1 million preaching for me. And so Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was so happy about it. And thus, he will encourage his disciple that don't try to hide the truth. Speak boldly, speak with purity. And that's why once he was speaking the class, and in his class, one person was sitting, he was a big donor. So he was a big, so some people who are like big donor, they're falsely proud. I'm donating. They think that I have a special place in the community of Vaishnava. They were sitting in the back and chit-chatting. So Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur told, what do you think? With your donation, you have purchased me? And he told them, sit quietly in the class, attend Bhagavatam class. He never used to compromise. Once he told, sometimes he will encourage his disciples to give the class. So once he told how to give the class, he told, don't give the class to impress the wives of Vaishnavas. He told, don't give class in such a way so as to impress the wives of the Grihastha. Like that he told. Grihastha Vaishnavas. So thus, he was very clear about his preaching style. That preaching is the essence and purity is the force. And that is what he wanted to instill in his disciples. So this was regarding the Jivadaya. And now the third one I want to speak is about Vaishnava Seva. So regarding the Vaishnava Seva, so Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was very famous for making some very bold statement which will confuse the people. Like sometimes he will just arbitrarily make a statement. He will say, a simple pujari ringing bell in the temple is far, far better than a person who is a great philanthropist, who is great social service, who is feeding millions of people outside. And then people will be shocked. And then he will ask his disciple, justify the statement. He was very famous for making this googly kind of statement. So one such googly kind of statement he made one day. Chanting of the holy name is not the Yug Dharma. Everybody was confused. What is this Guru Maharaj is speaking? And then he told, Vaishnava Seva is the Yug Dharma. And then of course, it takes some time to hold what he wants to actually say. And that's why in front of Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, if any disciple will come and bow, what is the first statement he will say? Dasosmi. I am your Das. So Dasosmi, anybody, even it is the smallest of the smallest disciple, even it is a very new person coming and bowing down in front of Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he will say, Dasosmi. And thus he will say, we can do preaching, we can do anything, but the potential energy is coming from where? It is coming from the Vaishnava Seva. So Vaishnava Seva is the fuel which leads to Namaruchi as well as Jivadaya. So the strength for Namaruchi and the strength for Jivadaya comes from Vaishnava Seva. That is the fuel. And that's why in his final instructions, when he was lying down in the Chatak Parvat in Jagannath Puri, he made a very profound final instruction to his disciples. He told, we don't want to become heroes in this movement. We have not joined this movement to become some charismatic hero. We have not joined this movement to become some celebrity. What is our goal? Our goal is to become the, no, he didn't say dust. He said speck of the dust on the lotus feet of Srila Rupa Goswami. This is our goal, final goal. Our final goal is to somehow able to bring a little smile on the face of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Sanatan Goswami. That is our only goal in life. We don't want to become a hero. We don't want to become a pracharak. We don't want to become a great learned. We don't want to become a very expert manager. The whole and sole goal is to become the speck of dust of Srila Rupa Goswami. That's why one of the songs he liked to hear in his last days was Shri Rupa Manjari Pada Sei Mora Sampada Sei Mora Bhajana Pujana Sei Mantra Sei Japa Sei Mora. So like that he would like to hear that this is the goal of life, to become the speck of the dust of Srila Rupa Goswami. So like that. And then I would like to speak about some mood of Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He will say that Vaishnavism means simplicity. So one of the qualities he very much emphasized in his disciple was the simplicity. He told that Vaishnavism doesn't start only. It doesn't start only. Okay, you can practice Krishna consciousness and achieve different qualities. You can achieve different levels of perfection. But it doesn't start only unless you are simple. When is the day when you can call yourself a Vaishnava? When is the day when you actually start becoming a Vaishnava? He used to say that when you become simple. Saralta. Saralta hi Vaishnavata hai. Like that he will say. That simplicity is the crest jewel quality of all the Vaishnavas. So this is the glory of Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So since Maharaj is already going to speak on it, so I'm not going to speak much on the on it. I will shift to the glories of Srila Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj. So Srila Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj, I'll like to speak on. So again, I'm not going to much focus on his life. I'm going to focus on the teachings, because the Leela and all those things we have been hearing quite a long, and Leela actually remains in our head. Stories remains in our head, but the teaching somehow sublimate, evaporates from the heart, because a lot of passion and ignorance in the mind doesn't hold the teaching so properly. So the resting place of philosophy is Sattva Guna. On the Sattva Guna, the philosophy can very nicely stick and keep remaining. Rajas and Tamas, they are like vibrating. Philosophy will come, little bit sit, because they are vibrating, they will throw away the philosophy after some time. And the person again becomes blank, again into Rajas and Tamas, like that. So one of the very profound teaching of Srila Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj, like every Maharaj in ISKCON is known for certain thing. Okay, they may have multiple qualities, but there is one quality which every Maharaj had a trademark. This Maharaj is known for this quality. So if we talk about Gaur Govind Maharaj, he was very emphatic about Guru Nishtha. And this is what he very emphatically told, Guru Nishtha, to complete dependence on the mercy of the spiritual master. And that's why his very famous book is When Good Fortune Rises. And what does it mean when good fortune arises? When sadhu comes in your life. This is what that book is all about. If you read that book, the major focus of that book is what? The good fortune arises when a pure sadhu enters in your. And this is what he instilled in all his disciples. So I had a very great fortune of interacting with his many disciples in Singapore. In Singapore, there's a whole community they have formed. One small group they have formed, the disciples of Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj. My God, I was so surprised by their Guru Nishtha. They have so much of faith in Guru Maharaj, so much of faith. Guru Maharaj will take care. If you have any worries, you have any tension, you want to achieve anything in life, even if you want spiritual perfection, anything, just depend on the mercy of the Guru. So I remember I was talking to one of his disciples, and I was telling my plan, that my plan is to earn some money, then I will retire, you know, and then I will do nice bhakti like that. Then he immediately told, so you are depending on the bank balance? You know? So then I told them, then what should I depend on? Depend on the mercy of the Guru. Guru will take care. If you are so eager to do Hari Bhajan, immediately go and start doing Hari Bhajan. Then I ask you, what about my earning and taking care of family? That Guru will take. So, so I was so set aback. My God, what is this? So at that time I was not able to hold it, you know, that much. Then I told Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I will. Currently, you know, Gaur Govind Maharaj disciple, one disciple like Haldas Swami Maharaj. I think you just hear his lecture. Maharaj is revolving around whole world and propagating this principle of Guru Nishtha. And his, I have heard many of his disciples' lectures. Whenever they will speak, you know, they will just quote directly. Guru Maharaj said like that. If you ask them any question, Maharaj, can we do like this? Their answer will be, no, our Guru Maharaj never said like that. It is out of the dictionary. What he has not said is not, it doesn't exist only. How can I speak? You know, whatever he has said, that I will speak. This is so perfect. You know? So that is the importance of the Guru Nishtha Maharaj propagated. Another important point, which Maharaj, like his seva was preaching the preachers. Preaching the preachers. This is another important principle by which Maharaj stood for. So Prabhupada had instructed his different disciples for different sevas. So the seva which was given to Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj was what? Preach the preachers. So this preaching the preacher is very important preaching service. Once one disciple told Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I am feeling like to stay in Vrindavan and preach the people in Vrindavan. So the other disciples, they were set aback. My God, what he is saying? To preach people in Vrindavan, they are already preached. You know? Better to go outside and bring people to Vrindavan. But then Prabhupada said in a very grave voice, this is most important service. If you can stay in Vrindavan and preach the people to keep reminding them what good fortune they have got. That is very important service. That is the most difficult preaching. To bring some Tom, Dick, Harry outside into Krishna consciousness, that is not that much difficult. More difficult is to keep him alive in Krishna consciousness. And even most difficult is that when that person starts preaching, to then preach him, to keep him alive, like that. So then preaching the preachers. This was the most important service which was Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj was given. Another important part of his teachings were, he will say that whenever you approach a guru, you have to become naked. Then only you can approach a guru. He will say, a very nice example, just like you go to a doctor. Doctor says, remove your pant. We remove it. And then we have copin or underwear, whatever is left. He will say, open this also. And then what we will do? If we really want to get cured, we will take out that also. And then he will say, see, this is a fungus in this part. I will give you a cream, you can apply it, like that. So he used to say, if you're approaching the guru with a hidden agenda, or if you are approaching the guru with some motivation, you will not get much benefit. And he said that guru means to cut. Guru means, guru is not one who just do very nicely patting. Guru means cut. And he said, very, very nice example Gaur Govind Maharaj used to give. He used to say that a person who is going to take out honey from a beehive, so there are many bees who will bite him. And if a person becomes disturbed, oh, bees are biting me, and he will go away, he will never get the honey. Similarly, guru is there. Once you approach the guru, guru will bite you. You have this attachment. Oh, you lusty fellow. Once Gaur Govind Maharaj was giving class, he was speaking about lust. When he was speaking about lust, Immediately one devotee was sitting and he immediately pointed out, so Mr. This, you are attached to the body of white women, isn't it? Immediately in front of everybody, pointing out his name. You are attached to the one, isn't it? And then that devotee was thinking what to say, yes or no. He said, no, don't hide. Like that, he will say. So he will say that when you approach Guru, so Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj used to say that initially the bees will bite you. They will try to scratch away your anarthas. They will try to create a mess within your heart. A person who tolerates it will get the final honey of prema. But a person, oh, this guru is too much, like once I no once one devotee was telling, I don't hear the class of this devotee, something one very senior devotee. I'm not quoting the name. He speaks too much. His classes are mostly GS classes. He speaks too much on detachment. I like to hear this. This Maharaj is very nice. He speaks very practical, Varnashram. This is very so this is like that. The first person, he's also a pure devotee. But why he's not able to hear his classes? He's like a bee, who is trying to bite him. And this person is saying, I don't want honey from him. So he will escape the honey. And that's why he said that when you go to, and that's why Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj used to say, sometimes you are sitting in a right place, in a right association, but still you are bereft of that. Why? Because of that. You are not able to open your heart. Sometimes the Guru just put a lollipop to you. He doesn't give real bhakti. Why? Sometimes Guru gives the post and position. And sometimes a disciple become proud. Oh, Guru has given me post and position. I am this, I am that. Are you fool? Guru has cheated you. Instead of instead of handling the prema, he has just given a lollipop to you so that you can keep sucking it and keep remaining in Krishna consciousness. So that's why Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj said that sometime Guru will cheat you just to keep you, just like a baby, lollipop de do, junjuna, that is then a toy. He keep playing with it. He said that if you try to cheat Guru, Guru will also cheat you. You just keep playing with lollipop whole life without getting that prema. So unless you are that patient who is ready to open his pant and undergarments, till that time, Guru will not give his real thing which the Guru has. Guru will simply cheat you with cheap things. Take this post, become this in charge, keep meddling with this post and position. This is another very important point, which Gaur Govind Maharaj very emphatically spoke. Another important teachings of Gaur Govind Maharaj was speaking from Shastras. Whenever Maharaj will go to give any class, his 2 or 3 disciples will keep carrying the books like that. He had many books, my God, and he will keep it. And my God, his knowledge was so profound. Once he was giving class in Mayapur, quoting, like he was speaking, I heard one of his class on lust. Maharaj was telling 7th canto, 15th chapter, verse number 22, open. And that disciple will open. And that verse will come about lust only. Then Maharaj will explain that point. And then he will say, 4th canto, this chapter, this verse, he will open. Then another part of lust. He will analyze, he will operate lust at different angles. So different. So once he told, one should not see another woman. So one verse came of Bhagavatam. Then he went to another verse. He told, don't see another animals doing sex life. This is another angle he told. Then he go to another angle. Like that he will, my God, after hearing this class, there is no output one can have to lust. Because he has covered all the holes. Any way you can express lust, Maharaj has fully done a full post-mortem to it. And then, so like that he will quote. And then Maharaj will tell his disciples, somebody who will be giving class, he told, quote. Where is the quotation? Like once a person was giving class, very nice class. So Krishna is this, Krishna is that. We should not do sense gratification. Very nice it looks. Our philosophy is very easy to speak. Then Maharaj told, where is quotation? Where is Bhagavad Gita slokas? Where is Bhagavatam slokas? That. Immediately he will ask. He will say, if you are not quoting, you are speaking from your mind. You are saying, you are saying you are a cheater, cheating others. Where is quotation? Somebody will ask question. He didn't used to like these words. Like sometimes questions are asked, we say, I think Prabhu, Prabhuji, I will try to answer you according to my, Maharaj will say, you're speaking from your mind, where is quotation? From which Shastra you are speaking? So that was another very important teachings of Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj. He didn't like speculation at all. He said that don't speak from your mind, don't speak from your intelligence. Even your intelligence is corrupted. Use the intelligence of Guru, quote Shastras. He liked those classes which were filled with quotations. Although people will not appreciate, people will simply say that, oh, this person is just a repeater, parrot. That parrot is very nice. Even Sukdev Goswami was a parrot. so that parrot is very nice. Rather than a person sitting on Vyasasana is speaking very elegant words, and all the people are surprised. My God, from where you are speaking, Prabhu? We didn't know this. This type of philosophy. So that kind of thing, Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj didn't like. Another very important teachings of Gaur Govind Maharaj was that Shastras has to be approached in the mood of worship. You should worship the Shastra. Just by reading Shastra, you cannot gain the knowledge. Shastra is a person. It reveals the knowledge. Just by reading. So then why we are reading it when it has to reveal? Reading is sadhana. Reading means we are begging. We are doing hard work of begging. Reading itself will lead to the prema. So that's why Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he questions that with our material mind, sometimes we think of Krishna. What image comes in our mind is created by mind. And mind is material, that image is also material. But then how we are advancing in Krishna consciousness? Mind is material. We are thinking maybe Krishna is like this. Krishna is like this. But that is our mind is creating. Actually, Krishna is not like that. Then how the sadhaka is advancing? He says when the sadhaka try to do this artificial exercise of forming some arbitrary image in the mind and thinking of Krishna, Krishna in the heart becomes pleased. Arey, this devotee is trying to think of me. Although he is not thinking the real Krishna. He is thinking some mind-made Krishna. But Krishna becomes pleased and then he gives the real Krishna. So all our process of thinking about Krishna is actually not Krishna. It is actually showing to Krishna that I want to think of you, and then Krishna will open the curtain and give the real darshan. Similarly, Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj used to say that Shastras used to be worshipped. It has to be coaxed. We should cry in front of Shastra. Then Shastras will give us knowledge. And that's why Srila Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj, he used to sleep with Chaitanya Charitamrita on his chest. He used to sleep with Bhagavatam on his chest. And sometime it is said that when he will embrace Chaitanya Charitamrita, this book will be there, and he will be embracing it like this. He will cry tears, as if he is embracing Krishna himself. And that's why he told every sadhaka should make a personal connection with the books. And that's why Gaur Govind Maharaj, he completed practically Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, CC just within the single digit of age. He didn't have to go to the double digit. Single digit, he learned everything. Why? Because the Shastra was a person to him, revealing the knowledge. This was what Maharaj was standing for. He said that approach Shastras as a person. Oh Bhagavatam, I want to learn from you. Then what we are reading here, suppose we are reading the purport. It is not like that by reading the purport we will get something. The knowledge will come. If we are just doing an exercise, we are just requesting Bhagavatam by reading it. Bhagavatam, I want to know you. And then we are speaking some lip exercise we are doing. Some eye exercise we are doing. And then that we are showing to the Bhagavatam. And then the Bhagavatam becomes pleased. And then Tene Brahma Hriday Adi Kavyo, then it gets revealed. So this is what Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj told the mechanism. And one of his very important part of life was dedicated to go around the world, because that time ISKCON was undergoing under very great tribulations all across the world. People were confused. He moved across the world to preach this one point. Everything is there in Srila Prabhupada's. Maharaj has read everything. Maharaj has completed all the books of Srila Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, everything. Everything is stored in. He was in encyclopedia. Whatever currently in ISKCON, our devotee aspire to read, maybe after age of 50. Now, once passion is drained out. after they are waiting when this passion will go away and I will read those advanced books. Gaur Govind Maharaj has made a juice of it and drank it. Everything is there in his fingers, on his tongue, everything. And then through his own realization, when he read, because one of the service which was given to him was this translating the Prabhupada books into Odia language. So he actually went through all the purports he has to go through. And then he found, my God, everything is there. What Rupa Goswami is speaking, Jiva Goswami is speaking, Sat Sandarbhas is speaking, Narhari Sarkar is speaking. Everything is there in the Prabhupada books. And that's why he was preaching very emphatically that everything is there in Srila Prabhupada. If you read Srila Prabhupada books, you will attain the ultimate prema. There's nothing else required apart from reading Srila Prabhupada books. Now, okay, for our understanding, we can read it. There's no problem. But if somebody has full faith that simply by Prabhupada purport, I can go back to Godhead, he is perfectly correct. He doesn't have to go even a bit, even an inch away from the purpose of Srila Prabhupada. Everything is there. So this was very important preaching of Srila Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj. Then another important teachings of Srila Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj was, he said, for our managerial purpose, we can approach anybody. Anybody who is expert, anybody who is temple president, we should obey them. We should do all whatever practical adjustment is there. But as far as spiritual nourishment is concerned, you should only approach a premi bhakta. You should seek out. And then somebody told Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj, and Maharaj, in ISKCON we don't have such devotees and this, that. Maharaj, so they are there. You are not seeking out. You are looking for cheap things. That's why you are not getting such devotees. Such devotees are there. They may be hiding as a grihasthas in their house. They may be hiding as a simple brahmachari, cooking in the kitchen. They may be hiding. But because you are not seeking, that's why you are not getting. That's why in the Bible, Jesus Christ says, knock and the door will open. You are not knocking. And that's why door is not opening. You are just coming and seeing that door is closed, you are just going away. And do that homework of knocking it. Just like in bathroom we do in the morning. Devotees are not coming out. Sometimes. I have this experience. Sorry, but in the morning time, if you wait, devotees will peacefully, they will complete 2-3 Vaishnava songs, then they will come out. But if you knock, Prabhuji, 5 minutes. Then after some time you knock, Prabhuji, 2 minutes. Then Prabhuji, 1 minute, I'm coming. Then final knock, done, Prabhu. Like that. So he was saying, you are not knocking. And that's why you are not getting such. So he told, such devotees are there. Prabhupada told that ISKCON is the factory of pure devotees. ISKCON is the factory of pure devotees. They are there, but you are not seeking. And he told that you should seek, when you are approaching a sadhu, you should not seek his external things. The only treasure you should seek in a sadhu's heart is what? Prema. You should seek the premi bhakta. That is our goal. Prema pumartha mahan. And that's why we see that many of them, like Srila Prabhupada, his eyes, I've seen many of the photos and videos of Srila Prabhupada. His eyes are little wet. His eyes, if you see. So that is a premi bhakta who is always crying for Krishna. And he told that you should approach them who are like that. And then Gaur Gaur Gobind Swami Maharaj holds the great dignity of finishing the final project of Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada has 108 project. The 108th project, the 108th project was the ISKCON Bhubaneswar project. And Gaur Gobind Swami Maharaj, first and last are always special. In between, who can? Nobody, people don't remember them. So the first, of course, the last. So the last project was handled by Gaur Gobind Swami Maharaj. So when Srila Prabhupada personally came, so one state guest house of Odisha was arranged for Srila Prabhupada to stay in Bhubaneswar. But then he saw that one land was there in a very, very remote place, not much facility. Just one small hut was constructed there. And Maharaj, for his day-to-day life, he will go on bicycle. Sometime he will not himself ride. Some bicycle is going. Maharaj will say, that person will stop. He will sit behind that bicycle. He will go, And he was so austere, so austere. Just one meal a day. And sitting in that hut, Odisha is actually a very, very hot country, a hot state. The temperature is quite high, at least compared to our Bangalore. So in that heat, without any fan, nothing, he will simply sit on that, that muddy floor, and he will translate into that. Once he got one foda here, some und, pus was coming out. He was unaware. He's just coming out. He was just translating. And devotees were telling Maharaj, please get it cured. Okay, you are not worried about it, but we are worried about you. Maharaj, then he told, okay, it's there, kya? Okay, it is. I think, oh, acha, it has gone little advanced. I think I should get treatment. And then Maharaj, completely up. And then Srila Prabhupada told, oh, I want to relish the taste of staying with my disciple. So Srila Prabhupada left that state guest house, and he came and he stayed for a couple of days actually. At a stretch, he stayed in that muddy hut with Srila Gaur Gobind Swami Maharaj. Was trying to relish his association. So it is said that Gaur Gobind Swami Maharaj, he used to say that this ISKCON Bhubaneswar which I have constructed is actually crying school. This is a synonym he gave. He told that Dhruv Maharaj cried, he got Krishna. Draupadi cried, she got Krishna. Anybody who cried, Gajendra cried, he got Krishna. And that's why he told, I am making this school. And sometime he will also say Chaitanya school. So these are the two names he will give to the temple. Sometime he will say Chaitanya school, and he will say crying school. Here we are there to teach people how to cry for Krishna and how much he cried for Krishna. Once he was there in Mayapur, the kirtan was going on. He became so mad in the kirtan. He started rolling on the ground, and he became unconscious. Then people took him there. He was not getting. Then the Vaidya came. Vaidya was telling that no symptom is there of any disbalance of kapha, vata, pitta. Generally, by the disbalance of kapha, vata, pitta, one gets something. Body is perfectly fine. And then why he is having all this problem? Then somebody was telling him maybe some, one person, I don't know whether it was offensive or not. He suspected, is it like some ghost has come and entered the Maharaj body? Of course, it was a concern. Then they called Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj from Vrindavan. He came and he told, yes, he has got diseased. He has got prem rog. He has got the disease of prema. He's into bhava. He's into ecstasy. And Maharaj remained for many days into that trance. Finally, to come out, to go out and preach about the glories of the Lord. And how he left the body. Actually, it is said that among Prabhupada disciples, only I think there are only two disciples whose name we read in the Vaishnava calendar. One was Gaur Gobind Swami Maharaj and Jayanand Prabhu. Yes. So Gaur Gobind Swami Maharaj, so GBC decided to add the disappearance of Gaur Gobind Swami Maharaj in the Vaishnava calendar because of his such a glorious disappearance. What a glorious disappearance. There are many disciples. So generally this time, Gaur Purnima is going to approach. So Gaur Purnima used to be the GBC meeting time. All the sannyasis will come. Some of them read the books of Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj, and especially the tattva. He will write in every tattva, Nama tattva, Guru tattva, and a sadhu tattva, this tattva, that tattva, Jagannath tattva. He was he was like a tattva darshi. He will write on every. His topics will be like that: Guru tattva, Nama tattva, like that. The chapter names will be there. So on Jagannath, this, oh my God, his profound knowledge of Jagannath, the mystery of Jagannath. Some disciples were coming for GBC meeting of Srila Prabhupada. They came, Maharaj, we want to hear what is the mystery of Jagannath. Please tell. And he spoke such a beautiful description. He told different versions. So there are different versions of it. He says the gopis, they come to Dwarka to take, from, like that we hear. Somebody says that they came to Kurukshetra, they pulled to Vrindavan. He tells, actually, Krishna was not returning back. Everybody was so much waiting. Finally, everybody was about on the verge of dying. Nobody was ready to keep his. They were somehow surviving. Then maybe Krishna will come one day. It's too long. Krishna is not coming. Radharani is fully dried up. She is just like that flower which has completely worn out. Completely, always crying. Somehow keeping the life together with the body. And then Krishna finally came. Radharani was simply lying. And then the breeze which flowed, touching the body of Krishna, went and gave this sensation of Krishna to Radharani. Krishna has come. But Radharani is not looking at Krishna. You cheater. You naughty fellow. You have come after such a long time, making us all suffer like this. And then when Krishna, she looks at Radharani, his body starts deforming. But he's also looking at her quite a long time. And his eyes are becoming bulged, or whatever Jagannath form is there. And then she's not looking at Krishna, but finally she makes up her mind. But because she also cannot wait to not look at Krishna. So finally her man breaks and she starts, and then their glance, they meet. Then Gaur Govind Maharaj, as soon as he was telling, as soon as that pastime of eye to eye meeting of Radha and Krishna comes, Gaur Govind Maharaj's voice starts choking. And he says, sorry, beyond this I cannot speak. He started becoming in great trance. Now all the ecstatic symptoms starts manifesting. He told that beyond this, I don't have any power of speaking. And then he just went to the room and he started just laid down. And somebody had put Gopal DT, his very famous Gopal DT, in front of him. And he just said, Gopal, and he left his. So he left his body in speaking Krishna Katha. Whole life he spoke Krishna Katha. And then he left his body also in speaking Krishna Katha. The mystery of Jagannath. The mystery of the greatest, Jaya Jwala Rasa Jaya Sarva Rasa Sara Parakiya Bhave Jaha Brajate Prachara. So this highest Ujjvala Rasa. Only like, I think Ujjval Rasa is so great that only Ujjval devotees like Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj can actually explain it. It's such a high topic. So Maharaj actually spoke. And then his one statement was very powerful, which he will speak, he will repeat quite often, that day is a bad day when you have not spoken Harikatha. So good day, bad day is defined by, today I have heard a lot of Harikatha, good day. Today I simply did Prajalpa, did some management here and there, that's all, no Harikatha. That is a bad day. Even though that day you would have got promotion in a company, you would have got married. Somebody has got married. On the day of marriage, he has not heard Harikatha. Actually, it's a bad day. Even on the day of a marriage, when people are decorating a person, putting haldi, one should put a Harikatha and hear. Then that day is actually a special day. Otherwise, that day is bad day. Because Harikatha is not entering the ear. This is what Once somebody asked Maharaj, Maharaj, I'm whole day doing management only. What to do, Maharaj? I'm not able to chant much. I'm not able to hear Hari Katha much. But this is what you are propagating. Of course, I'm completing my 16 rounds, but I'm not able to. My great desire is to sit for 2 hour, 3 hour, read. This is what you tell in your classes, Maharaj. Please tell me what to do. And Maharaj gave a very powerful thing. He told, ki, do this seva as a seva to Hari Katha. He told, when you are doing management, you think that this management is meant to make other people hear Hari Katha. If your management is aiming towards that, your management becomes glorious. Otherwise, your management is simply useless. Don't do that management. Do only that management which will lead others to hear Hari Katha. So he says, do only two things. Either hear Hari Katha or do seva to Hari Katha. You are always with Hari Katha. Where is the time you are not with Hari Katha? So he changed the definition of seva altogether. He told that, Hari Katha, that we should always be reminded. Okay, I'm doing this, just because of the seva to Hari Katha. That was the very, very glorious life of Srila Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj. I think I already reached across the limits of a time. We would like to end here by praying to Srila Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj to please bless us. And yes, one very important fact, Bhakti Charu Maharaj told. Bhakti Charu Maharaj told, actually, he was there in the Mayapur when Maharaj actually left. So he told, even after few hours, because that time the management meeting was going on, what to do with his body, whether to put in the holy dham of Mayapur or Bhubaneswar, because, and of course it was to be transported to Bhubaneswar. Quite a time went into that. At least we can say 1 or 2 hours went into deciding it. He told his body was still warm. Generally, the body starts becoming decaying, cold. Gaur Govind Maharaj, when he left body in full glory of speaking Jagannath, Jagannath was still within his body, keeping his body warm, warm shelter, warmth of Krishna. He was still body, that same effect when another person died, material person, those effects were not seen in his body even after few hours. So this is the very powerful way in which Gaur Govind Maharaj left his body. So we pray at his lotus feet to give little, one drop of his sincerity, taste, simplicity. He was very much against duplicity, very much against. He says, no hiding, completely become naked in front of Guru. Once he was sitting with his disciple, and one disciple, he was sitting that I'm with Vaishnavas. If I ask this, give me pakoda, give me this, what others will think. He was trying to eat little. If I eat much, then people will think he's just a sense gratifier. He was trying to do like that. Gaur Govind Maharaj immediately said, duplicity. This is your hunger. You eat nicely. Why you are duplicitous? Why you are hiding in front of Vaishnavas and trying to show that you are a good Vaishnava, you are a sense-controlled Vaishnava, when you don't have it. So Maharaj was very much against it. So actually, I didn't sing any Vaishnava song because I thought that devotees will be singing. But I will just, we will end with singing only 1 or 2 paragraphs from this song, which Prabhupada glorified his spiritual master. Krishna Tava Punya. Just we will read 1 or 2 paragraphs which relates to Siddha Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Bhai, e punya ko ribe jabe, Radha Rani Krishi habe, Ruati boli to Sri Siddhanta Saraswati, Sachituta Priyati, Krishna se bhaya jara tulana se se mahanta guru jagat tera madhe guru Krishna bhakti deya thai thai तारा एक बलवाना पाश्चात्य रचना थाना होए जाते औरंगेर पृथ्वी ते नागर आदि आसमुद्र नर नारी Sakalela bole Krishna Nama. Se karja je kori bare, agya jadi deyo more, yogya nahi ati dinahi. तारी से तुम्हारा कृपा माही तेजी अनुरूपा आज तुम्हें सवार a very beautiful song which Srila Prabhupada wrote on Srila Siddhanta. There's a few paragraphs, initial few paragraphs are about Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And Srila Prabhupada wrote it with great feelings. And once on the appearance day of Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when disciples were there, that time very new, people didn't know how to celebrate Vyas Puja actually. But Prabhupada wanted to teach in a very humble way. He organized, putting the photo, little glorifications. And then Prabhupada cooked himself. That day, himself cooked for Srila Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And then the disciples, when they were eating that prasad, my God, it was so transcendental. Nobody was speaking anything. Just they were immersed in eating. They went into samadhi in eating. That prasad was cooked with so much of love. It is as if the Guru Nishta of Srila Prabhupada has actually sublimated from his heart and went and mixed into that prasad. Everybody was eating. And if anybody needs more, without saying anything, they will just get up and just take. They completely emptied the whole bucket of prasad. So transcendental. This is how Srila Prabhupada mixed his Guru Nishtha into the prasadam for that. I think it's just today I think is fasting, so I not want to speak much on prasadam, but okay. So Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai, Srila Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.